Welcome everybody, we're just about to get started here with the iRacing Fanatec GT challenge. Get yourselves strapped in, get your popcorn, get absolutely everything you can because this is going to be interesting. Of course, neither myself or Craig have commentated on before, but it is going to be swell to do indeed, indubitably. It is Phillip Island. Oh no! We had a perfect run, and then I forgot. iRacing does this to me. How is everybody though? Welcome to the iRacing Fanatec GT challenge here at good old Phillip Island. Look at that. It's like this Corvette was destined to be around here. Hopefully you guys are having a good evening wherever you are in the world. You get to enjoy some absolutely great racecraft, old and less old, charging around the track. As always, I am joined by Craig King. Craig, how are we?
G'day, Rob. How you doing? Good evening. Yeah, I just get some sort of Australian accent in there just to start the race. No, I'm doing well. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Phillip Island, a track that I bought once to race ILMS and never did. But it's going to be interesting. It's a very, I got to be honest, it's a very interesting track and just a bit of fun. Last changed in 1989. I was born when it was last changed in Honda, practically about second hairpin, about turn 3. Turn 4 even was shortened, was the only change. So this track has practically stayed the same since its incarnation in 1956. And I don't think it's had some V8 supercars around. I don't think it's had something along the likes of an Aston Martin, a Corvette, and 4 Fords just looking to survive. It's going to be really fun, actually. I'm not sure what times we should be looking at here, but at the moment, we've got Federico Rosano doing a 124.306. I just see Rifleman spinning on my screen with Louis Delatraz 2,000 behind Rosano with a 124.308 as he comes to finish his final lap. On the course is the question we all need to know because, yeah, I'm trying to find it, but oh, look at Louis Delatraz though. Look what he's got on the back of his car, Rob.
Louis Delatraz, where is Louis?
Look at it.
I'm trying to
Look
find...
what he's got on the back of his car.
What car?
Oh, the number 3.
Oh, there
Look
it
what
is.
he's got on the back of his car.
The number 3. What does he have? Oh, he's got a Raidillon TV logo. Yeah,
So,
we made
now,
it.
I just got to say, so we've had the Formula E driver, Eduardo Mortara. We have the Formula E driver, Louis Delatraz.
Is it Louis Delatraz?
Is it Louis Delatraz?
Can somebody confirm to us that is that the actual Louis Delatraz?
Americ, what have you been doing? Bonsoir,
yeah.
Americ. Bonsoir.
Oh, he is. And he's got our look. Oh, we've made it now, boys. And for me, I can I can go to sleep tonight. Absolutely happy that he's running our stuff.
Brilliant. By the way, he did not go faster, but Mentrene did go faster. Fabian Mentrene went faster with 1:23.872. A few other times here. Thomas Ferrier in a Ford. Do not adjust sets. Thomas Ferrier in a Ford and goes pole for 1:27.239. A second faster than Thomas Blankenship in P2. And Ethan Bass is just coming to finish his last time. He's just setting some... he's doing some practice laps. And his last practice lap was 1,000 faster than his qualifying lap. Which must be a bit annoying.
As the stream looking, guys, we have upped the bit rate from 8,000 to 12,500 kilobits per second. So hopefully there's some noticeable change in the quality. But thank you for all being here tonight. Hopefully give you 30 minutes of... Well, it's a thing that neither of us have commentated on. You've bought it. I actually had to buy it for today because I've never driven around here. And so it's going to be a new experience for me. I know they raced it back in date with the V8 supercars.
Yeah,
so that I do know.
ILMS did an experimental race around here last year, and apparently it was a fun track. It's got some really nice sweeping corners, some nice tight hairpins. Very nice. I mean, in prototypes you can do a lot of these corners flat out. But of course, these are not prototypes. These are old school GT cars. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Have we got anybody out on track still? I'm not sure.
We do. We have David Lambie is still on track, the number 20 car.
Yeah, number 20 car is on track. And there's a massive sun as they come around turn 12. Literally called turn 12. There are some corners with names here. He's on the Gardner Straight right now as he's crossing the line to finish his second lap. What will he get? So the 1:27.603 puts him 14th. That corner at the front, by the way, is a Duhan corner. And then takes him into the Southern Loop, into the Stoner corner, into Honda, Siberia, into turn 7, Hayshed, a little kink, Lucky Heights, into MG, and then turn 11 and turn 12 to end. A few hairpins here. You know, Honda to Siberia is it's a tight hairpin into a sweeping 180-degree left. MG is a very tight hairpin as well. So a lot of sweeping corners, which should be really fun for these cars.
And now we have the qualifying results on your screen. Menetri and Delatraz both trading blows for first position. And this will be a full lap pace car round, so we'll be able to discuss where things are for anybody who has never seen it like myself. I'll be able to give you a quick rundown of where things are, any interesting points and any choke points that we see in terms of corners. But this is your top 10 as it stands. Menetri, Delatraz, Moraine, Razanahora, Rosano, Warcup, Leslie, Reithmuller, Honorado, and Belorgi. There we go. I got it. But we also have Ali, Kanaker, and Dicky 2. And then we have Ferrier in GT2, Blankenship, Ethan Bass, and Arias, Lambie. And then that is it for those that have actually qualified. But there is 21 cars. Apologies. There's 21 cars out there today for GT2's 17 GT1s. So we'll be looking to see how these guys perform their stuff.
Swiss front, is that real? A Swiss front row? That's very nice to see. Shout out once again to the VEC guys, all with their special, their classic liveries. Stefan Leslie again with the fixed racing. We always talk about it. It's a lot of a French interest around here and around there. Here and there, as they say.
L'agence automobile.
Yeah, we've got the Fix Racing team, we've got the VEC, then we've got some other guys mixed in. We do not have. No, that's where was Dan Muller? Where is Dan Muller?
Where is Dan Muller?
He registered and his internet decided to disconnect him. So he's got internet issues. Somebody else had internet issues as well, but it's going to be interesting. Right, so the pace car's going off. So let's take a slow pace lap around here. Louis Delatraz, you are the number 2. You are number 2, sir. Oh, there's big contact already. It's just a little bit of fun between the drivers. I'm not sure, but they're coming down the Garden Straight. And this here is Duhan Corner. Look how wide it is, especially look at that line. Of course, with supercars, you need a bit of line for how much lifting and coasting you're doing. Nice sweeping right, and then you're right in to a little kink here, and then we're heading into the southern loop already. Look how wide this sweep is. And you can see on the track there is a racing line. There is a black line for the racing line that has been developed with tyre wear, and look how sweeping it still goes. It still goes, and then just avoid that little ditch to the left. And they're out. They're finally out. And look how much free space they've got. This is the classic Australian racetrack. Into this little kink, which is Stoner. I know the jokes everyone's saying about that. Into Stoner Corner. And look, you get a quick sweeping corner straight into another hairpin because they are approaching Honda. And look how tight this is. Look how tight. There is a lot of runoff. And again, the gravel trap is quite far away. Another staple of Australian tracks, from what I've understood. Into a little, it's almost like almost like a little quick chicane there. A little quick right, straight into the left of Siberia. And again, it's a blind sweep. You've got that massive bank there. Think of Summit Point for that banking. And then a little kink. They call this turn 7. They actually call this a corner. This is turn 7. And then into Hayshed they go. This is
I still don't understand why they like some of the track names are a bit odd. I think it's just because I'm used to like, you know, Eau Rouge, Lecum, No Name, not like Hayshed, Lukey Heights, MG.
Here's Lukey Heights, and this is probably the most difficult corner. Look at the sun right now that they have to look out as they come down this hill. But it's a blind hairpin, and this is MG. Probably the tightest corner. So you've got that uphill, up and down Lukey Heights, training to the sharpest corner, tightest hairpin on the track, which is MG. Round turn 11, into turn 12. This is Raidillon TV. The only corner you will need, the pace car is in, Rob.
The pace car is in, and the cars are coming around. Your main attraction will be the battle between... Oh no, where's Delatraz? Delatraz, he's not there. He's not there. He's not going to take the start. But guess who takes the start? It's going to be the VEC Sim Racing guys of Minetri, Sylvain Moran, Stefan Warkup is in the mix with Jonathan Rasenahor all the way there. None of them are giving up an inch. That is the... Stefan Warkup having to get ropey with a car number 2 and a car number 5 ahead of him. He has to get up and get right there with Minetri. He needs to do it now. He needs to get there and to get there now. He's gone through turn 3 into Honda. Just look at the braking they have to do here. And the front car number 7, Fabio Minetri, locking up his wheels there, coming into Honda. On towards Siberia. It's a sweeping left-hander. You have to tuck the car in for as long as you can, then go. Hit the gas. Turn 7 into Hayshed. As you can see, Minetri is doing his best to keep up. Oh no, we've got a car off. David Lambie is off, as well as Dicky too.
I did not see what happened there. I was so busy looking in the front. Dicky has spun on his own there. Literally just caught the grass, spun on his own. I'm not sure what happened there to Lambie. You'd be able to get that
Lambie
as well.
Went off the track as well, yeah.
Went off the track as well. So it's all playing at the
yeah, he just sort of span.
In the Fords, let's talk about the Fords. Feria in the lead. Ethan Bass has taken P2 away from Blankenship. Blankenship looks like he's had a bit of a slow start there, having a bit of trouble going up Lucky Heights. As Feria is trying to pull away. Dicky has lost it again, by the way, just looking down at my relative. But still at the front, the VEC guys and the Fix guys having their usual battles. Rasenahor at the moment in the battle in trying to keep P4 has gone wide around that.
Ethan Bass has just taken the lead. Ferrier has made a mistake coming into the southern loop. And what a move that was. Very nice, clean move. We'll just replay that again for you very, very quickly. This is the move that was made. Oh, look at that. Just too wide did Thomas Ferrier go. And now he's just got to deal with the fact that he is now on the exhaust pipe of Ethan Bass, the Gulf Ford GT. Now, as you were saying, there is still fighting at the front. There is indeed, and there's a car off as well. That was the car of... Oh no, that wasn't the car I was expecting. It was Alexandre Nocker. What happened to him? Oh, he's got damage.
Lots of damage, yeah.
He had it coming together with the number 18 car. The number 18 car being Gustave Ali.
Wow, and look at it. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Kind of like the what you would see in a supercar race, and then just loses the cut. Okay, moving on quickly. Not happened there, but Alexandra Nocker is in the pits right now. Moraine is still battling the entry at the front. The gap's there about 0.4 of a second, but the battle for P3 is starting to heat up. Three-car battle for P3. Stefan Walkup, Razan Ohora, and Federico Rosano as they come out of the southern loop, and they see the two guys in front of them battling. As Rosano's had a really... What's happened to Rosano? He just lost the lead. Did he just have a bit of an issue there? He did, so he will catch up again, but Razan Ohora and Walkup battling as they come around Honda into Siberia. Not a lot of places you can make an overtake in these little sections here. Corners are coming thick and fast, really. It's almost like you're at Imola, and this is probably where you've got to do it around Hayshed and places like this. You want to be brave. You can't be brave. And look at it, Razan Ohora thought about it. Who's gone wide up in front, though? That's Moraine. Moraine's gone wide at Lucky. Moraine's gone wide at Lucky. He cooked it too much, and he caught the grass.
So see, Moraine... Oh... Yeah, he cooked it. And the wall was there to greet him on the opposite side. Oh, no, it wasn't. I thought he had sustained damage. No, the wall wasn't there to greet him on the other side. He managed to keep it out of it just... Oh, just about.
That is the power. That is the power of... You usually see on Australian racetrack because of how wide the runoffs are because of speed. Moraine's now down to P8, but he's going around... Hello! Gone around Dohan Corner to overtake Honotaro. What a move! That was pretty impressive, going around the high-speed right-hander there on the outside. Takes back that P7. He's on a battle now. He's lost 5 positions. Well, it's now 4 positions after what happened there. So that's going to be one to watch out for. There's some lock-ups there from Stefan Walkup coming through Honda as he's trying to hold off against Razan Ohora. Going to be careful because if he holds Razan Ohora, it's going to cause a concertina effect and Manentry will just be gone. Razan Ohora hits the grass coming out of that little kink and into the Hayshed they go again. And I'm pretty sure now that there is no sunlight as they come down here, but I need to check that it's still there.
Oh, it's still there.
Being safe.
You can just see.
They're safe though.
Yeah, but you can just see how much MG poses a threat to him. It's posing a threat to Stefan Walkup because he's still got Jonathan Razan Ohora hounding his rear end quite literally. Look how close he is. He's literally bumper to bumper as they come around turn 12 and on towards Gardner Straight. Oh, almost hitting the wall. Almost hitting the start finish straight wall. That's very close. Butt clenching stuff right here as they come through, and he has made the overtake again on the outside. Another VEC car making an overtake there on the outside through Duhan Corner, or it's Dohan Corner. It's 2 O's. And look at that. He's happy about that. He's flashing his lights, making sure that Fabian Manetri knows he's charging him down. Again, coming back to the GT2s. We still have that.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry, Razan Ohora just locked. Oh, sorry. No, go on.
Kevin Horato, no, he's lost it. He's lost it himself. I'll come back to the GT2s in just a second. I just want to see this happening. Car number 10 having issues.
He's done a repeat of what Moraine did. Not unlucky, but still just the grass. And then as he's trying to spin around, he's got nowhere to go. He has to wait.
Yeah,
and he's towed it. He has towed it from that position.
Well, he did a good job. He reversed it. He reversed it off the grass, so he made sure that he wasn't on the grass. And you could just see these cars charging by. Back with the GT2s, a battle for first position. Ethan Bass versus Thomas Villiers. It is Gulf Ford versus Fixed Ford. It's very nice French livery there, by the way. Kudos and c'est magnifique, mon ami.
I just want to say the amount of braking they have to do around going up and down Lucky Heights. This Ford we always know that it's a challenge, but it's tiptoeing around some of these corners. I get they can't take it at the speeds you would normally in a bit more of a downforce car like a modern day GTE or a GT3. These cars are just really struggling at the moment. And you look right now as Bass was a little bit wide coming out of Southern Loop as well. It's tiptoeing.
Yeah, look at the amount of driving input that he's having to do around turn 12. You'd think that there was no aero on the damn thing. Like this, he's having. Look at. We'll come back around to it now. He's going into Honda. Oh, he's locked his brakes. Oh, this is bringing back Thomas Ferrier into a big way. No, Ferrier hadn't got the runoff he needed. And he's gone around wide. He's going to try and do an over-under. But it doesn't work. But I just want to have you look. Once we come around turn 11 into turn 12, look at the steering input these guys are doing. Because, oh good grief, like, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Even only for 30 minutes.
I'm looking at Ferrier's cockpit myself right now. You'll probably show Bass's in a minute. Bass is locking up the brakes a lot as they're battling. And it is so much. And you're looking at, they're coming from turn 11 into turn 12. And like, just the amount of turning. It's little. Don't want to hit the back. And it feels like it's a stock car. We joked about how this is a supercar location and how the supercars run. Like, it is almost like a stock car. They're having to make supercar moves almost for that. So Bass continues to survive, and it's a good thing it's only a 30-minute race because those tires are dying right now. They're crying out for help because the amount of times he's locking up. How about the GT1s? Because it's in a moment that Stefan Walkup has lost the back of Razanahora and is now in a defense against Rosano and Reifmuller.
Let's have a look and see where we can see this happening. Gap was a bit big at this start of this lap. This lap is lap 7 out of 22. So it's high and dry, and I think he didn't lose necessarily the gap completely, but I think he just had a moment which held everybody up. But the gap that is on the replay right now is not 1.8 second gap. It's more like 1 second gap. You can see behind him Rosano and Sebastian Reifmuller fighting between each other. And you can just see, realistically, the gaggle of cars that are coming out in force right now. Stefan Walkup is holding up the car 6, the car number 11, the car number 5, and the car number 12. So that is Federico Rosano immediately behind him, Sebastian Reifmuller behind him, Sylvain Morin behind him, and then Stefan Leslie behind them. So this is going to be heating up now. It is car in 4th position versus car in 3rd, who's also versing car in 5th, 6th, and 7th. And we also have battles with my favorite boy, Charles R. Lofton II. Oh, that is the car number 13.
Oh, hello.
Fabrice Nodin.
Nadowin?
Yeah, he's lost the car.
Nodin, what's happened? He locked it. Wow, just did not want to turn. That's a weird one. I wanted to point out, by the way, you were on about Lofton. Has Hudson lost it now? He's had a bit of a slow moment. There's only 2 Corvettes in this race. One of them is Stefan Walkup, who is in a battle. He's made up 3 places before to start the race. He's in a pool with Rosano and Reifmuller. The other one is our boy Charles R. Lofton, who was not available last week. Too busy the week before. Sorry, too busy racing, watching racing. But he's back this week. Never qualifies, and he's up a few places, doing well for himself.
Yeah, he started 20th overall, by the way. He was one of the last in the GT1s, and now he's essentially gained. He has gained 9 places so far.
Yeah, oh, hello, Reifmuller. Reifmuller's going side by side with Rosano, and that is into Stoner Corner, going down into Honda. Does Reifmuller have this? Orkup's gonna... No, it's not Orkup, sorry, it's Rosano's gonna have a say about that. Rosano just pushes him wide and takes the inside chicane. Reifmuller, you cannot make a move. These little corners right now, like Siberia, they're not ones that you can make overtakes in because of the way you've just come out of Honda. It's a tough corner. But Reifmuller did have that P4. He's going to have to battle again. Moraine is right behind and just trying his best. And Reifmuller pushing, trying to find a line. Goes over the hill. He's trying to find it again. Into MG. Can't find it. Little bit of touching. Definitely, because there's scraping down the back of that car for Rosano. Wow, there's a lot of scraping on the back of that car for Rosano. Comes out of turn 1, 11 and 12. Reifmuller's going to be careful because if he messes up, he's got Moraine right behind him. Comes on to the start-finish straight, onto Gardner straight. Is he going to be the third VEC guy to try and go around the outside of Dohan? We'll wait for it. He is going to try and go around the outside. Does not pay off. Great drive in there from Rosano, and Rosano is going to then get the angle that he needs into the southern loop. And Reifmuller just unable to do anything.
Who's back?
And
Luis de la Trez.
He's back. A few laps behind, 9 laps behind, but he's back. And every point counts. Every point counts.
And, oh, that's Reifmuller coming up into 4th position. Rosano having to defend himself. Oh, he's defending himself. Oh, no. Sylvia Moraine almost losing the car. Managed to correct it, but he's not happy with the defense that Federico Rosano put up. Flashing his lights to make sure that he understood. He wasn't appreciating that at all. And you can just see the excellent cameras here provided by Trackcams 22 for us. Appreciate them, and we also appreciate everybody who's viewing this page. If you'd like what you see, consider becoming a member. We do have memberships now, or you can super chat us and we'll be able to read exactly what you say. And appreciate all the support that you've given us to get 1,000 subscribers. We are now very much past that now, so we appreciate you guys. Back to racing though. Federico Rosano.
Let's look at the GT2. Okay,
yeah,
let's go look at the GT2.
Yeah, let's go look at the GT2s because they're still battling.
You know, it's only 4 cars, but the top 2 are having a great battle. In all due fairness, Verrier is just trying to find whatever he can to get by Ethan Bass. I mean, with no offense to Verrier, I know he has driven this Ford before, but Ethan is like the Jimmy Johnson. The Carl Edwards of the GT2s, because let's be honest, he has had victories, but he just hasn't been able to get them in the right time. With no offense, he's always been caught out by bad luck, trying to pull away from Ferrier. He's had a really great run out of turn 12 there, and just finally finds, I think, for the first time in a while, a little bit of space between himself and Ferrier. But again, with just all the braking, look how much brake Ferrier is using through Duhan, and then again he comes in and it's just braking, trailing, braking. Roll the car, and then around. It is such a tough track for these
Ethan Bass kicking back the tail, though.
Yeah, it's hard to just, get anything straight with these cars. It's really fun to watch. I wouldn't like to be in those cars, I will say, but I think Ethan's finally got out of his lock brachitis that he was having earlier in the race, as we've got 14 minutes to go in the race. So just another 14 minutes to go, Ethan. I think just 10 more laps, 11 more laps, you should be able to hold on to it.
Yum. As the cars go by into the big boys of the corner G. I was about to say G, but no. It's I was trying to say it in a very sort of what's it called? A very
I would love it if
way.
MG. I would love it if MG was named after the great MG car, the MGA, the MGP.
MGA.
Yeah, I knew a man had an MGA. Absolutely jealous of him. Anyway, these are not MGs, as much as I'd like them to be. They are the Fords, and you are just battling hard and hard. But look at the time. Ethan is finally, like I said, now he's got out of block brachitis. He's starting to pull away from Ferrier. A really good showing at the moment for Ethan. Started third, did not have a good qualifying. and it's now just really great pace to good use. There is a GT1 behind them, by the way. It's MB Dickey. Not racing for, just racing for track position. I'd just like to say, Ethan's got rid of his lock brake ISOs, he locks the brakes.
So what you're saying is you're cursing him constantly now. This is now level upon level of you cursing him.
Oh no! Wow, yeah.
Did you just do it again? But I need you to not curse another individual because we have Stefan Leslie, car number 12, chasing down Federico Rosano. He's doing a very good job of it. He started this race in 7th position, so he's only gained 1 position, but he's doing very well out there. Keep putting in good laps. He put in a lap that was similar on pace to the cars ahead. Federico Rosano, of course, had...
Oh, Delatraz is in the wall. Delatraz is in the wall. Oh, he's just overcooked it in the first corner. And even with all that runoff, he still hit the wall.
Louis Delatraz, Formula E driver.
No, F2.
F2. Sorry, I am...
Multara was the Formula E, yes.
Hey, but at least I can say now that the Formula 2 driver has that on his livery. Has our thing on his livery. I mean, look at it.
I think Merrick might have had something to do with that. Nudge.
Does he know? Does he know Merrick?
Merci, Merrick. Merci, VEC.
Merci beaucoup, merci.
Oh, nothing is... Well, hello, this is the reverse bookmark. I'm looking at the GT1s. We call it bookmarking, but I think this is reverse marking at the moment. Dickey's put himself in between Bass and Ferrier, and that is going to hinder Ferrier trying to catch up, and you can see that because he's been forced to let Dickey by, or Dickey's forced his way through. I did not see. He's now losing time, and now it's Dickey trying to get by the Ford. Now, this is the one thing we get about these small split races, is that we do get the GT1 drivers that are probably not as fast as these top level GT2s, and they've got the speed, they've probably got a little bit of the handling, but if they can't make the times, it's just going to be an issue. So Dickey is now he's off. I think that's a lot of the sun though. I think the sun's played an effect into that. Yes, it has. Wow, you can't see anything in that cockpit. Wow. That was something.
Amount of smoke that he kicked off there. Let me just get in the roll bar just for this one, just in this one in particular, and just see where the sun came. Oh, there's the sun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he tried following the GT2 around, and that just didn't work out for him.
Well, the sun has got its hat on today.
Oh, he's off again.
He's off again? Oh,
yeah.
He is off again.
Yeah, he's off again.
Oh. Joining right on the apex. Blankenship has to be careful. Gets by. I was a little bit worried there for a moment. The battles at the front pretty spread out. Razanahora has been catching Menentry.
Rosano has been overtaken by Sylvain Moran on the inside this time. So the VEC guys changing up the tactics, still making it work though. That is 2 places for Sylvain Moran. That is Stefan Leslie. He's gone.
Oh, lots of damage to the front of Leslie. He has lost it. Literally going through Duhan. He clipped the key. He was overcooking it. Hit the brakes and he got to the exit of Duhan, and the car just slid and it goes straight into the... That's a lot of damage. He's gone down to 9th place, but that's going to be a lot of aero drag he's going to be picking up there. As we're seeing right behind them, we've got Nadowin, Lofton, and Hudson in a little battle themselves at the back here with 9 minutes to go. Remember, Lofton, one of the only 2 Corvettes on the straight to be able to pull Nadowin, but when it comes to corners, the cornering speed is just not going to help him.
Yeah, the Corvette doesn't know what a corner is. It kind of likes being straight. That's it.
Oh, we got David Lamble. What's happened to David Lamble? Lambie. That's MG, and the car's just decided I don't want to turn, and then he's lost the car and just decided I'm just going to wait for everybody to get by before I decide to get back on track. So he's going to lose 14th position though because of it, and maybe 15th if he lets not Delatraz. Delatraz is a few laps behind. Ignore me.
Sebastian Reitmuller chasing down Stefan Warkup for 3rd position, the first step on the podium. VEC versus Warkup. Don't know how else we can really describe it other than that it's exactly as it sounds. Just needs to keep focus for the next, however long, realistically speaking, probably the next 6 laps. He's got just under 8 minutes to keep third place away from a VEC Sim Racing 1, 2, and 3. Bonne chance, mon ami. Bonne chance, Sebastian Reitmuller. But, Sebastian, you've got Stefan Warkup ahead of you, and he is not going to give up without a fight. Even though he is in a big old American supercar that guzzles gas like it's nothing and can't turn very well. You just see, I can see it in my eyes, and it's just like, for me it feels that the Corvette is just, the back is stepping out just a little bit more. It's a little bit less pointed than the DBR9 is. You can just see.
It's the corners. It's the corners, though, isn't it? It's those corners we're on about, the trail-breaking corners, the corners where you just gotta roll the car through, and it just doesn't like it. And just look at the speed Reitmuller gained there, coming out of the first corner, out of Duhan. Look at the speed, and then into the southern loop. He is already on the back of Walkup. And the issue is, though, he gets up, and then you've got a corner like this. Then you come here, high, flat out almost, into Stone. Is it flat? It is flat, into Stoner, and then straight into Honda. And if you don't get the move done in Honda, you're not going to get the move done in Siberia. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
If you don't get the move done, he thought about it. He thought
about it, yeah, but you can see the back there of Walkup just sliding as he tried to put some acceleration down, and Reitmuller also is well doing a little bit of Tokyo drifting on the side and just keeps on going. It's a tough, like that. There's no, until you get to here, where is there to overtake out of Honda and Siberia for a car? So this is your first break overtaking opportunity in a tight hairpin. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but where else do you go? Where else do you go? And Walkup extends his lead. Now, when they crossed the line last lap with 0.5 of a second, it's going to be 0.7, and Reitmuller's gone wide out of turn 12. He's gone wide. He's lost the slipstream. Just shakes off the dirt from the tyres, but he has lost a whole second just going wide there.
Car number 11, Sebastian Reitmuller, going too far wide, coming out of turn 12 onto Gardner Straight. So he's lost all the progress he's made, and he's only got 5 minutes to make it back to the rear end of Warkup. Just to also detail, this is Ethan Bass. His battle with Ferrier has been paused. He can still see him there, but the gap has now extended to, currently it is 1.2 seconds. At the line it was 1.5. But Ferrier is putting in faster laps, but he has to also push the car past Ethan Bass where he can. But Ethan Bass, as you know, he's got some gift behind these wheels. But you can just see it's not going to do him very much good, especially if the Ford of the car number 4, Thomas Ferrier, is able to pull alongside and overtake. That is the worry at the moment for Ethan Bass as they come through Southern Loop. I think the Fords are not able to really sort of take that apex. For a little bit of a twitch there. He's not using all the track, Ethan Bass. I think he's trying to not have his tires blow up, essentially. But he's still, the gap is still closing down, and he's locked his front right wheel. That's not good. He's brought back Thomas Ferrier right into the mix. The gap is now less than a second as Thomas Ferrier takes a wide angle coming through Siberia. Well, the kind of thing you'd ever expect to hear. A wide angle through Siberia. Yeah.
Now you're experiencing as well. The gap has closed. It's under a second now, and any more mistakes like that from Bass, I think he's got his lock brake ISIS back in the
ITIS.
car. ITIS. That's one that's hard to say, despite I've created it. Just back to on, and of course they're a few seconds away, well, they're 15 seconds away from the lap for the lap in the lead Fords, but Menentry I'm talking about, and Razonahora at the gap's now second. They've got a GT1 coming up behind him, and that looks like, well, that was Menentry taking a lot of grass on that little rumble strip on the entry to turn 12, and again more on the exit. But well, he's lost 2 tenths. There's 2:52 left. There's 2 laps to go after this, and the gap now is 1 second. Razonahora is in. He's in, as they were saying in Formula 1, he's in DRS range, but he still needs 1 drive because Razonahora is only gaining 3 tenths a lap. So Razonahora needs to find something right now if he's got any chance to catch him in entry. But everyone at the front is so identical in their time, it's going to be a challenge.
So it is now a battle for first position heating up. Will there be enough time to have it? That is the question. The next battle down the field is for third position almost, and I think that is it for now. And then the GT2s, you definitely have that battle for first place. Thomas Vettier for Ethan Bass. The gap has now gone down to less than a second. It is 8 tenths of a second right now, and Vettier is still catching. He's still closing the gap on that last lap. Let's actually have a look at the lap times between the two of them. Commentator's curse coming in again as he blinks. Thomas Vettier blinked. Let's have a look. What did he do?
129.244. 129.244 for Vettier. And that looks like it's faster, yeah, to 129.031 for Bass. So he has gained some time there. So he is working on a pull, on pulling away. 1.1 second, 1.2 seconds as they hit the penultimate lap. It's the gap between Menentry and Razonahora. You just cannot find anywhere. And once you get so close, that dirty air is playing havoc on the car, and it shows. So Razonahora really trying, but unless Menentry, touch wood, makes a mistake, I cannot see him catching him. It's been a good drive, but it's just gonna be too little too late if he does get by anywhere. I think that is the story with a lot of these cars at the moment. It's going to be too little too late, but they're catching as they hit those high-speed entries into Doohan and Southern Loop. But then the technical sections, they're so grouped up, and with the sunset, you just struggle trying to work out if you've got a chance to make an overtake, let alone the fact that these are all breaking points you don't know. And that is a challenge. This is a brand new racetrack for some of these drivers, because I think only VRS goes to this racetrack, and even then, it's been a while since VRS has gone to this track.
Ooh, having to pass a lapped car in this case. Making it by with ease now. The final lap is about to begin. Fabian Menentry takes the white flag from Barney. The clock counts to 0 now. It is the final lap, and this man is leading it. And the other cars behind him have only one more lap. It is do or die. If you are in a second, you need to have a lap of the guns and also overtake where possible. And it's going to be for Reifmuller. He's caught right back up to the rear end of Stefan Workup after his mistake, but he'll need another lap of absolute divine brilliance. Yeah, divine.
Okay, brilliance. Yeah. I was saying divine intervention. Unfortunately, I think Louis Delatraz had that with the internet drop. A bit of a shame there, but everybody else just holding on here. Menentry is probably the only car that has not gained or lost a position this race. Apart from Arias at the back of the Fords, they're the only 2 cars. By the way, we've got to keep an eye on this. But I've got to say, as they're coming down into MG right now, Menentry, into MG, you see the spinning car there, that's Arias. But in front of him are the Fords. They're going to have they're literally going to have a lap to fight as everybody else is crossing the line. The gap is 5 as they come around the final corner. As they come around the final corner, Tree started pole, finished pole, finish in the lead, sorry. He's going to take victory at Phillip Island by 3 seconds over Razonahora. So a great drive there from Menentry. Stefan Workup is going to hold on to P3 over Reifmuller, as Morian's going to keep on to that P5. So really, we've got a whole lap just watching these GT2s. And Bass has gone wide at the Southern Loop. Ferrier's got it. Ferrier has the lead as the Bass has gone wide at the Southern Loop. It is now Bass trying to make a move, and he's got nothing.
Bats,
Because
this is the move that's happened. He gone wide.
They finished. They finished. What?
What?
No. Ethan's got no fuel.
Ethan's run out of fuel. He's out of fuel. This is drama. This is not what he wanted. He did not want the extra lap. He didn't expect it, I don't think. And
Well,
this
no.
man.
Oh, wow. He's towed. He's towed. That is a shocker. I want to say the lap times. Laps on the laps working out was 21.04. That is how close it was. And of course, because you don't pit stop, Ethan was pushing and pushing. It was obvious he must have been fuel saving, but he had nothing left.
And
I have never
out.
seen that.
Unfortunate for Ethan Bass, extremely unfortunate. But that was great racing between himself and Thomas Ferrier. But Thomas, well done to you, my friend. Fixed racing for GT2 takes the checkered flag for the Fords. And that's a good race by you, good sir. And then Thomas Blankenship will be able to take the second spot for the Fords, I think.
Come on, let's get it, VEC. Come on. VEC's like the defenders in an NFL game when they get an interception. They're all ganging up and running over to the camera to celebrate with everybody. The VEC guys are doing their classic lap around, and Stefan Walkup's like, "Hello, I want some of this. I'm not a VEC, but I want some of this. Let me get involved." You do see the results.
Yes,
you do see the results, by the way. And like I said, a few cars making a lot of positions here, by the way. Reifman made up 4 positions. Made up 5 positions. That did Lofton and Hudson. A shame there for Ethan Batty. Made up 2 places. Started 3rd. Was going to be 1st. And, well, the race went a lot longer than he expected and finishes P2. Bit of a shame there, but some good drives all around. And while we're looking at this, I think, really shouldn't give it to the #1 car, but Stefan Walkup dragged a car that should not be going around this track at speed and dragged it to a P3. So when you talk about drivers of the day, it's got to go to Stefan Walkup just for that really good drive, because Corvette is a thing to handle. And it's amazing what he's been able to do today. And like I said, started 6th, finishes 3rd. Okay, granted, everyone gained a spot because of Louis Delatraz's internet drop, but still, he had to do some driving in a car that is not designed to turn, really. Let's be honest, Corvette, we make the joke, that thing can't drive. That thing can't turn, sorry. I've seen new drivers just pick up a Corvette and go, I can't do it, and then do the exact same thing in an Aston and go, this is amazing. The Corvette is a handful, and he's done a fantastic drive.
So the driver of the day for today was Stefan Walkup, but I do want to have a look at Louis Delatraz's car, because I still want to see exactly what I wanted to see. Look at this car. Ooh, this is so good. Raidillon TV logos everywhere on that car, front, sides, and the rear. I just want to take. Let me get this right. Hang on.
Oh, he flipped. He actually kept going after he had his crash, and loses the car. Pardon? Yeah. So you know how I was saying avoid ditches.
Yeah.
He hit a bump and the car went flying. I have never seen what. Okay, so he's lost the car. Where is that? Well, he's lost the car at after MG, so into turn 11. He's lost the car into turn 11, it looked like. I don't know if you can get it on replay, I'm not sure. Loses the car on the exit of turn 11, loses control, tries to keep the car going, and finds a bump that... Well, I don't even think there's a bump there.
I am not able to find it, unfortunately. It's not telling me.
Yeah, he finds a bump and literally jumps over what is literally the pit entry road and loses his wheels. What a weird...
Well,
wow.
I mean, he went out in style then, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Louis. I'm going to be clipping this. First of all, why is that bump there? And second of all, you cleared the entire pit road. Congratulations.
Well done. Anyways, it is time for us to say our shills, and thank you very much for watching. As always, if you want to join and become a member, please do so. $9.99 a month for, well, 3 months now. There'll be more if more people join. Supports us directly. And you can also subscribe to us, like the videos, please. It always helps and very much appreciated. Follow us on our social medias down in the descriptions below, on our YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. One particular picture will be going up on our Instagram very shortly, so don't miss that. And congratulations to Stefan Orkup for being the driver of the day, for taking the chunky boy as best he could around a very technical track of Phillip Island. It was great racing today, wouldn't you agree, Craig?
It's great racing. I'll tell you what, it's going to be even to racing next week. I say that, and I'm holding my breath, crossing my fingers, my toes, and everything, because next week, it's another free track week in the Fanatec GT series as they go to Laguna Seca. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. I will make sure you all have a drink ready for the corkscrew, because that's going to be fun to watch. Laguna Seca is a legendary track in terms of sim racing, so that'll be fun to watch. For exactly like Lofton said, it's going to be murder, but it's going to be fun around Laguna Seca. So if you want to give the Fanatec GT Challenge a go, check them out at Discord, or check them out in the iRacing forums. But next week's a free track, so all you got to do is just pay for one of these cars. Unless you've got the Ford GT3 already, then you can race on it. But if you'd like more from Raidillon TV, we'll be back Wednesday. And Wednesday's going to be a fantastic night for us, because, ladies and gentlemen, coming Wednesday is the Racing Sim Reeks World Series flagship event of the season. An hour of the Nordschleife. And if you want some more official racing, we'll be back Friday night with ILMS. The official broadcast of ILMS, Friday at 1900. Until Wednesday at 8 o'clock GMT, all I can say, because Rob's done all the shilling, is this is Raidillon TV. The only corner you need.